What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Yo, it is absolutely beautiful in Naples. I don't know what happened, but it feels like someone turned off all the humidity, and the weather is just something else right now, especially after what we've just recently experienced. And, every one of these storms, there's going to be a loss of life. There's going to be a huge loss of property. There's, all these things that happen. And, my prayers and thoughts go out to those who did. Already, a couple of my customers are not going to be able to make it today due to things like that. So, shout out to those guys. And I really hope that, I really don't know how the fuck we're going to recover in this area, like the damage that yesterday, I went down and I actually documented what happened, like the aftermath, and I took my truck, like literally during the storm, I took my truck down pretty close to the beach. There were people swimming near my favorite restaurant with the roof was the only thing sticking out. Like that's crazy. That storm surge was wild. And it's like I was telling you guys yesterday, for us who are away from the beach, just a little ways away from the beach, you were safe. There was nothing out here. We didn't even lose power. I mean, it was nothing, and I was fine out here. But for people who made the decision to stay near the beach, knowing there was going to be that big potential of a storm surge, those people put their lives in danger. And when I went down there, this is yesterday morning, it was probably like 8 a.m., right? I get all the way down to the beach. There's a street called Vanderbilt Drive, and it is mud head to toe. You should see my truck. I even sprayed it off. It smells terrible in here. But you should see my truck. I mean, it was like riding through a pile of mud. Somewhere underneath was a road, and it looks like downtown Beirut. It looks like a bomb went off. There's shit everywhere, from golf clubs over here to just pieces of metal over there, lawn chair, patio furniture. Cars just blew out of every garage. They're sitting in the water. And I got all this on video. I'm going to make a little video. I'll probably only release it to the members because I don't know if anybody else is really going to watch that type of content. But when you see that in a place that, there's billions and billions and billions of dollars in damages, and you think to yourself, like, how could they ever put this back together? I mean, it's going to take 10 years to put this the way it was just yesterday, just 2 days ago. All our piers are gone. To get on and off of Sanibel Island, the Crossway is gone. To go Captiva, that's gone. Matlacha, all these places are going to need some real serious work. And, it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. So I actually managed to get an interview out of a guy who stayed through the worst of it right on the beach. He was on the second floor. And the things that he told me, I think in my imagination, I'm able to cook up how something like that could happen. Because he thought that the storm was going to pass us like many of us did. And who I really blame for a lot of people being unprepared? I got to blame one person, and it's these crooked panic pushers in the media. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to blame them. And a lot of them like to come on TV today and say, "Oh, I told you so," basically, and not so many words. Instead, they said, "Well, it was nearly 24 hours ago. We warned you that this could happen." Like, first off, no, you didn't. All right? You said every possibility there could have been that might have happened so that later you could go back and say, "I warned you that this might have happened." That's like me saying that the Bills versus the Dolphins. I come on TV and I say the Bills are going to win. I predict the Bills are going to win. And 2 minutes later, I come on and say the Dolphins are going to win. I predict the Dolphins are going to win. And then next week, I tell you, I told you so. So all I'm saying, man, is if these people weren't so concerned with pushing panic and getting everybody's blood up every single time there's a little system in the Gulf or there's a little system in the Atlantic, then maybe we would start to believe you again. But the truth is, we don't believe you no more. So, even if you're telling the truth, which in this case, I think that most of the American models were accurate. But even if you're telling the truth, no one fucking believes you no more. I mean, you've lost all credibility with us. The weather people are no better than the politic people. It's insane when you live here and you see the nonsense that they talk about. I mean, I seen so many false stories, but it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get over this. We're gonna survive. I mean, I seen things yesterday that were just crazy. You know, there was this guy, right? Ranch home on the beach. I mean, this must be 100. I don't know. You know, $100 million house or something like that. I don't really know what it could possibly be worth, but it's worth a lot, and it is destroyed. I mean, when I tell you there ain't nothing really left of this joint, it's all over the yard. He was standing there all muddy, and for some reason he had this little dog, this little white dog, and this white dog did not have a speck of dirt on him. I don't know what the hell he did to keep this dog clean, but he was just sitting there with that dog, dude, and every one of his possessions was gone, you know? And you think to yourself, like, man, you know, you were so secure. You had your dream home. You had everything figured out, and in just one day, you're wondering, what the hell do we do? Where do we go? Who do we call? And you know, one other thing that was interesting for the people who stayed, the ones who stayed in the high rises and in those condos, there was these alarms were going off. Even when I was down there, the alarms were going off. Like, they sound like fire alarms. Some of them sound a little bit louder, different tones. And apparently all of them are equipped with these alarms. And the dude who was in the condo staying there, he's like, dude, I didn't know if there was a fire. I didn't know what was going on. I was thinking of jumping in the water myself. I mean, I didn't know anything, you know, and those alarms only really made it worse because, you know, all of them were going off, and he was like, it was really terrifying. And this guy was there by himself, you know, no doubt put himself in a little bit of a dangerous situation, but I don't think that anybody imagined the amount of water that was actually gonna come up. Because during Irma, when the liars were at it again, talking about all these other things, they were so wrong about Irma, it wasn't even funny. Irma didn't have any storm surge at all. They were talking about that there was going to be 2-foot storm surge by my house, and I live 15 miles from the beach. It would take a 1,000-foot tsunami to get water to my house. Just not happening. And, you know, that's probably part of the reason why people were so unprepared, is no one believes you anymore. And most of us don't even have regular cable television to watch. So that was the other thing that I think is starting to happen, is like, I don't know what needs to happen as far as like on a weather level, but I think that there needs to be some free resource online that's reliable, that we could go to and check for major weather events like hurricanes, tornadoes, and things like that. Because when you get right down to it, you don't got no service, and what are you gonna do? You can't do anything, right? So if you manage to get some service, you should be able to just look that up, because there were so many points during the storm that we had no service at all. Now, I knew it was past us. I wasn't worried. But some of the people who it was not past, you know, they just wanted to check on the progress. Are we on the backside of it? Is it getting worse? Is it getting better? And, you know, many of them had no clue. You know, there was no way for us to know. So, you know, whatever happened here in Naples, I'm telling you right now, it pales in comparison to what happened in Fort Myers and even further north. I mean, they got things that, you know, it looks worse than Katrina. It really does. It looks worse than Katrina up there. And I was watching those news feeds and thinking, what are they? How will they ever put this back together again? And I can't imagine it doing it in less than 10 years. They got all these piers to rebuild, all these things. But, you know, and then some people obviously lost their lives in this. and you don't get that back. So at least those of you guys who lost some property, hopefully you guys can file some insurance claims, and you guys can go about that. But nothing really replaces all the pictures, all the videos, all the things that you had in your house, and when like literally every single thing you own is gone in a second. I feel for you, man. My prayers go out to you. So yeah, so Amber says the weather people on TikTok are more reliable than the news people. I would just say this, like, if I could aid the news in any way, I would tell them to remove all their panic words from what they're saying and just give us a clear and concise picture of what you believe is going to happen. So instead of saying devastating Hurricane Ian making its way on the landfall causing destruction and all who flee, and they're instead of all this shit, how about you just say the facts? Currently 121 mile an hour wind speed moving northwest. We believe a landfall between here and here is possible. These are some of the winds you could expect in the outer bands away from the area of direct impact, because that was another thing that was frustrating. Like, they kept talking about 1,000,000-mile-an-hour winds in the center. Like, yeah, no shit. But literally, when you get 5 miles away from a hurricane and then 10 miles away from a hurricane, the amount of wind you get, it drops dramatically. It's different in every situation, of course, but it drops a lot. So I was wondering the whole time, like, what type of wind are we up against? But they never really showed that. And that was before I lost service, So I would just say, stick to the facts, man. Stick to the facts, and cut out all the bullshit words that you guys want to use, because nobody believes you anymore. So anyhow, I really didn't expect to go to the shop today, but my schedule has some people on it. I had a feeling a lot of people are not going to make it, but I'm literally coming down here to take care of like 3-4 people, just because I wasn't even going to come. I couldn't even get any service. I couldn't even call people to let them know or figure out if they were going to be here. And I just figured more than likely they're not. But I did get a hold of a few customers, and I got some guarantee they're going to be here. So I said, you know what, the hell with it. I got to get up there, and I got to be there for them. And there is something that is very nice about the barbershop in the event of a hurricane. Now that I've been through this more than once. But when you go to the barbershop after a big event, a big weather event, especially like this, it's a very unifying experience. Everybody wants to come in and kind of share some of what they went through. And we're going to be hearing some stories today from some of the customers. And I'm excited to hear what they got to say, to see what other people's experiences are, because I just felt like I wanted to document it, yesterday when I went down there, and I was just like, I've been here so many times, and it's such a pretty area. It's a very well-known place to go take a drive down, is Vanderbilt Drive. It's on the beach. You'll see money like you wouldn't believe. And now it looks like a third world country. Hey, my videographer is driving alongside of us, Alex. I don't think he knows I'm here. I'm sneaking up on him. See him. Flip the camera. What's up? All right, so we got a vlog from... What's up, brother? How are you? Good. Yeah, so we got our vlog from Fort Worth Barber Supply. He's had it done for quite a while, actually. But I couldn't download it because we didn't have service. So I plan on downloading that and releasing that one. I think we'll release that one public. I don't know. I haven't even watched it. But we played golf. We carried on. We had a lot of fun. Damn it, these lights are still out. That was my one real concern about going to the shop today. Is like you can't call it, man. When these stoplights go out, there is such a backup to get on I-75. It's not even funny. And when these stoplights go out, it's full on chaos here. Because what people do, I will let you guys know, in the event that a stoplight is out, it is supposed to be taken as a stop sign. But I will also let you guys know that when stoplights are out completely, they're not even blinking, and they don't even look like they're they're on or anything. Well, these stoplights are very easy to just completely ignore. And yesterday when I was driving around, a couple of these intersections are just, they're just flat out dangerous. I mean, we went through one. How are you going to have three lanes and then 3 lanes across and then a 3-lane 4-way? Everybody's supposed to stop and do things like, there's no way. You know, you get people in one lane, they just start taking off. And then the other lane gets mad and they start pulling in the middle, and then it turns into a beeping, honking, yelling match. Yeah, we were in a few of those. But you know, that's it, man. So John says, RIP to all those people who lost their lives. Good morning. Glad you're okay. Philip Hinston, and everyone else that is affected by this tornado. I think you meant tragedy. Scathing review of the fake news crew. Unbelievable scenes. It's true, man. Cowboy says, we didn't even lose power out here. He lives about an hour north of Orlando. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. I mean, actually, 80% of this area in Naples lost power, but for some reason, I was in the 20% that didn't. Just got lucky. I mean, it flickered. It flickered a lot, and I was sure we were going to lose power. I do have a generator. I was prepared, but it just, you know, I was pretty sure we were going to lose power, and we actually didn't lose power. So, you know, it was all good. So anyways, you guys, I'm probably going to wrap it up. I'm going to let you go. I'm sure a lot of you guys got things to do. I just wanted to share some of my experiences with you guys as far as the storm goes, and then also now trying to get to work. I wouldn't even have came this way. I think Waze is kind of out of here. He said Wavy Cuts is asking how Sonny is, and I feel bad that I haven't even been to see him since I got back from Buffalo, but this hurricane hit and I didn't get a chance to, so I'm kind of hoping maybe I can go visit him today. But Sonny's got a long road ahead of him. However, he is up. He's walking around. He even stopped at the shop. So, you know, it's going to be a little while in physical therapy, but I have faith, and, you know, I'm praying that he can make a full recovery. So, you know, it'll probably be a little while before that happens, but, you know, he's a fighter, and you know, he's on it. So hopefully I'll have more to tell you guys. That's why this light is out. Hopefully I have more to tell you guys in the next couple days. I'd like to go and visit him and everything. So, but anyhow, guys, I'm gonna let you go, and I'm trying to get some content out to you guys. I don't even know what the hell is uploaded. I literally just got my interweb back today. I just got it back today. So I need to figure out where the hell I'm at on everything and what the hell I'm supposed to be doing next. And it's time to pick up the pieces, y'all. So I'll catch you guys in the next video soon. Maybe I'll go live soon or something like that. But this is the YouTube Barber Academy, Mr. Eddie Barber, and I'm out of here. Peace. Peace, JT Hunston. Thank you for jumping in, man. Peace.